Hello, welcome to our Saturday morning sprints. I am Gillian St. Kevin. I had a very interesting moment there where I forgot how to start a stream. Please let me know if you can hear me. I've got a new headset today. But yeah, I am coming to you from my friend Jill's house where I am house sitting Baxter and George. And they are currently on the floor. Baxter is lying on two towels and George is rolling around on his back trying to induce Baxter to play with him. They have had a really long walk around the quarry and then a trip in the car. So Baxter is tuckered out, but George is like a little Energizer bunny. He does not want to stop playing. Thanks, Caspian, and hi, Maggie. It is awesome to have you with us. It is also awesome to have Jenna here. It's brilliant. Honestly, I'm so happy to see so many friends here because I have had a very unpleasant time of things. My nephew brought home norovirus and my brother-in-law brought home COVID at the same weekend, and I avoided COVID. I did not avoid the norovirus, and it was a very long, I had a very long and slow recovery because I was able to take a few days off and rest, but then with my nephew unable to go to playgroup and needing someone to take care of him, that's what I wound up doing, and I think that just kind of delayed me getting better some. But yeah, I am healthy. I am slightly distracted by the two dogs, but I am here, and that is incredibly exciting. So, please share in the chat what you're working on today. Oops, I've just had two dogs run into me. I am slightly terrified that at some point during the stream they are going to get tangled in my laptop cord and it's going to go flying. So fingers crossed that does not happen. I might, it's fully charged now, so I might actually unplug it just in case. But yeah, as Caspian says, that is a lot. And yeah, I am very lucky that I've got Jamie as my co-host and they were just able to say, no worries, go rest. I've got you covered. It felt really good to know that I could rest and Jamie would take care of everything. Hi, Kitty. Kitty is still working on healing. Kitty's had surgery and it went well, but you know, you can't exactly bounce right back out of bed. Oi. I'm going to be doing this a lot as I just monitor the dogs. Oi. Come on. In your bed. So yeah, I think Baxter is approaching done. And George just, no, they're off again. But yes, oh no. Focus. Caspian is still bashing away at the assignment. Hope you're making really good progress. I will also be working on an assignment today. Sadly, I probably won't be able to get any writing done on either today's stream or tomorrow's stream, at least not the fun writing. I'll be working on adding my story consultations to my website. And yeah, but yes, Maggie, Jenna, and who else have we got? Yeah, let us know what you're working on. But for now, I'm going to crack open the Wild Unknown and figure out what our warm-up inspiration is for the day. So basically at the start of every stream we pull a tarot card, and this is we're going to use this as a prompt for 5 minutes of creative writing. I say creative, basically I just mean that for the next 5 minutes, your editor is taking a back seat and you're just going to write. It could be, you could dive into your work in progress, you could just brainstorm, write about whatever thoughts the card prompts. I like to use it as a chase to kind of brain dump and clear my head of anything that's distracting me before the sprint begins. That's going to be a challenge with these dogs. But here we go. And we have the Devil. I laugh. I think the Devil card is one of the best cards in the Wild Unknown deck. Well, I'd say best just because I love the expression of this goat. He's got that little cheeky grin. He's like, yeah, I'm the devil. What are you going to do about it? And you can see he's got the little flaming hooves. The devil represents addiction and negativity and a dog that wants to go outside. I'll be back. Jenna says, Devil is legit a Capricorn sea goat. No. And yeah, I really love I don't love the card, I love how it is represented. George, So, though it may feel frightening when the devil appears in your reading, this card carries an urgent message and must be interpreted with total honesty. The darkness of the devil card takes the form of addiction, negativity, or materialism. It can indicate an ugly relationship with a person or substance. Or identify this dependency and how it's holding you back. The devil's hooves are strong and relentless. Their grip will not loosen unless a conscious change is made. Free yourself. The reason I said oh when I got to substance is because I've been making a big effort to stop buying coffee. I planned my morning today so I wouldn't buy coffee, and I had to go to the supermarket, and I've came back from the supermarket with a coffee. So yeah, I think I have something to think about there. It's not that I want to cut back on coffee so much as I want to reduce what I'm spending on treats and fast food and coffees. Hi, Rosalind. Oh, Maggie, are you a Capricorn too? Excellent. George is yodeling in the background. He's sad because Baxter is outside and he is not. Yes, George, I know that Baxter is outside. I have to take turns letting the dogs outside because there is a creek at the bottom of the garden, and if they both go outside, if they're both outside at the same time, the dogs inevitably end up in the creek, and I don't want that. So here we go, the devil card. Oh my gosh, it's like the Capricorn club in here today. So for 5 minutes, oh, kia ora Moon Bunny, it is so good to see you. So I'm going to set my timer for 5 minutes. Whoops, that's the calculator. For 5 minutes, and yeah, use this as the chance to write about whatever thoughts this card brings to mind, or just dive into your work in progress. So 5 minutes starting now. Where do you want to go? Good boy. started. Okay, that is the end of our 5-minute warm-up. We have a doggo. George has jumped up. He was crying. He wants to sit on my lap at all times, especially if I'm talking, because that means there are people around and people are interesting. Yeah. He had a brilliant time at the quarry this morning. He followed Baxter into the pond, got soaking wet, and is now... Baxter is short-haired and has dried off already, and George is damp and smells awful. But that's okay, George. We still love you. George actually had a very scary experience. Let's show off your beautiful face, George. At the park today, he ran into some bushes and we heard him crying, and he came out dragging a piece of barbed wire, and it had somehow got tangled around his tail. So I held George, and a very kind lady, two of them actually, they both took turns and tangled his tail from the wire. As you can see, George's tail is very long. But yeah, so no, do not eat me, George. He was not hurt. I think he was just a bit scared. And one of the ladies took the barbed wire to take to the rangers and tell them about the situation and that we're not impressed. But yeah, George was, as instantly he was released from the wire, he was playing and running around about with the other dogs. So no harm done. But yeah, you just want to sit on my lap now, don't you? Well, Um, I think now would be a really good time for us to start the first sprint so that I can sort out the dog situation. I might see if I can move another chair over and balance George's beard on the chairs, because that would, I think, encourage him to stay in one place. And oops, okay, you're going to do that. Your bottom is sliding off the chair, buddy. Okay, is that going to work? Yeah, I think I'm going to have to take some time to sort out this dog, but if he stays put, that would be brilliant. So yeah, it is. We were really lucky that it wasn't a lot worse. So I am going to go over to text. There we go, 20-minute sprint in progress. If you haven't already shared what you're working on, let us know so that we can support and encourage. And we'll be back in 20 minutes. Yeah, see you then. 20 minutes starting now. There you go, puppy. How's that? There we go. He doesn't want to play with you, George. He's sick of playing. Come on. Hey. He doesn't have to play with you all the time. Hey, George. No. No, come on, George. George? George? Okay. Next thing you wanted to go out this door? Yeah, come on, George. Where are you going, Baxter? George. George. Come on, George. Come on. Come on. Okay, that is the end of our first sprint. Oh, hello. There we go. Yes, that's nice, isn't it? George has discovered, you can see him just down there, that I have shifted his bed onto the chair so he can sit beside me. The dogs played around and romped around for a bit. Yep. And yeah, they're now zonked out, which frankly is what I was hoping for during the stream. Excellent. So I've had a very successful first sprint. Basically, I've created a master list of the content I need to add my story consultations to my, well, I'm actually building a new website for them. And I came up with, I finished my short blurb and I came up with a SEO focused blurb for what I'm offering. So feeling really good about that because wow, is it hard to sell yourself. I thought books were hard. No, blurbing yourself is even harder. So Caspian, how are you getting on with your coursework? And let's see. Yep, hopefully Midnight and Scruffy have realised that there's no dog. 181 words, but damn, it's like trying to draw blood with a pen. I think we've all been there. Well done you for persevering. And if the writer who said, anything written without effort is generally read without pleasure is any judge, those 181 words should be pure gold, Caspian. So let's see. Okay, next on my list is writing a longer description of my story consultations. So I will start work on that. Yay. I'm not looking forward to this, but hopefully if I do a good enough job this time, it will be one and done and I will not have to do this again. That's the dream anyway. So I'm going to set the timer for another 20 minutes. Yeah. Good luck with your work. See you then. George, no. No. Come on, George, come. There we go. Okay, George. Come on, in your bed. In your bed, come on. Oi. That was George noticing my afternoon tea. Okay, that is the end of our second sprint. The dogs have successfully protected us from noisy neighbours, so I'm sure that you are all very relieved to know that. Baxter has decided he's had enough and has gone down to the other end of the house, where he is no doubt sleeping on a bed. And George is curled up next to me. Let's see. There he goes. What a good boy. Yeah. How very dare people disturb you. Yes. So this is the halfway point of the stream where usually we would stop and grab a snack. I am a little bit afraid to grab a snack because the dogs are quiet and I really do not want to set them off again. Hi Amy, welcome. We've got a really good crowd here today. So yeah, I'm inclined to keep going, but if people want a break, I'm also happy to take a few minutes for that. Let me know in the chat what your preference is. I also realised we missed that Maggie wrote 339 words, I think, in our first sprint. So that is absolutely brilliant. Well done, Maggie. Amy, what are you working on today? Are you editing or writing? So it is the Easter weekend that's happening globally, but in New Zealand it is also the start of the school holidays. And as Amy is a teacher, this is extremely exciting. I think it's exciting for everyone. Oh, Amy is writing What's Welsh for Wild, so that's fantastic. Amy has a really awesome series of books. I'm blanking on what the first one is. What's French for oops? And yeah, they are very fun. So, no one is telling me they want a break. Awesome. Amy's doing Camp Nano. Jenna is editing for a client. So far behind my own writing because teaching, sigh. I'm sure Amy will relate to that. I am really excited because generally I get busier in the school holidays because with my niece off school, someone has to take care of her. But my sister has taken some personal leave, and so she is hanging out with the kids for the first week of the holidays, which means I get a week off. So I'm hugely excited for that. I am sure that I will still have a ton of stuff to do, but yay. So, enough rambling. I'm going to jump into our third sprint. I'm still working on the kind of long product blurb for my story consultation. I've realised I should have a section about me and my experience, so yeah. Maggie is hoping to finish the Revelation Night Trilogy Book 3 and in Stone Skin, my Gargoyle Shifter Queen side story from the Servants of the Moon trilogy. That sounds incredibly cool. Caspian says, that sounds awesome. Camp Nano, excellent. I got 139 in that sprint and now I need to cite. Yeah, do you know what? I managed to forget that you were doing academic writing, and it is twice as hard to write as fiction for me. So yeah, 139 words is excellent progress. Well done. So let's hop in to our next sprint. 20 minutes starting now. Okay, that is the end of our third sprint. You guys have been really busy. Amy's got hash browns, and Jenna and Maggie have been sharing academic writing resources. Awesome. I have disturbed George. Oh, do you want to come back up? Oh. He got really excited. He thought we were doing something, but no. It's more of the same, isn't it, buddy? You ran around the quarry like a lunatic for an hour and had a very scary experience, so I'm surprised you're not fast asleep, little pup. Yep. Yep. When I am a raging success as an author, I'm going to buy a second camera or something and figure out how I can set it up while I stream so that we can have a dedicated George cam. Yeah. Whoops, and Amy no longer has the hash browns, which, fair enough. Okay. I have finished writing my long blurb about my product, and which means that it is time for me to tweak my product images. Gina says, I want to do that second cam for under my desk with the cat so much. Yeah. There is a vlogger and planning person I follow, Cindy Boldo Guentert, I think. And she has some really cool setup. She does bullet journals and art, and she will have a camera directed at her face and one that's sort of on her hands and stuff. And I would quite like to have one over my hands so that when I am actually working on a story and writing, people can see me typing, and I think that would be a lot better than like what we've currently got. But Cindy also occasionally has a camera in the corner of her feed that is either on her cats or the puppy. So yeah, Cindy is awesome. But yes, we are ahead of time, which is very cool. Jenna is on page 6 of 62 for editing this document and thinks that she might get through all 28k words tonight. That would be very exciting. So yeah, I think I'm feeling like we want to dive in and get straight to work. So our final sprint, 20 minutes starting now. George, come on. George. Whoops, do not know what happened there. Hello again. That was the end of our fourth and final sprint. I had a huge panic. I don't know at what point I disappeared, but during that sprint, George wanted to go outside, so I opened the door for him. George, come on. And George, no, Baxter's allowed to be outside. George, come on, come over here, puppy. Come see your adoring public. Come on, come on. That's right, George, come here, come here, come on, come on. George, come over here, puppy. Anyway, yeah, so George is outside, I'm sitting here, I'm working away. I'm just going to go pick him up, actually. Come on. So it suddenly occurs to me that it is very quiet and that George has not asked to come back inside. So I go out the back, I call him, he doesn't come, and I can't hear the jingle, jingle, jingle of his collar. So I come back, I check how much time we've got in the sprint, 2.5 minutes. I'm like, okay, that's enough time for me to go down the driveway and check that he's not got onto the road. So I do that, I call him, I loop back around, I cannot see him or hear him anywhere. I am freaking out. I get back to the house and he is sitting at the back door, wondering why no one's letting him in. So I did not accomplish much that sprint, sorry. But I did finish writing my product description. I've chosen the primary image. I could have improved the product images, but I decided I was happy with them as they are. But I did create the alternate text for the images. Whew. Yeah. He was probably just way too involved in something smelly. But man, I'm happy he's okay. So Amy got 466 words in this hour or so, which is absolutely brilliant. Maggie says, "Oh, such a bad boy." Yeah. You don't get to complain, George. I get to complain. But yeah, my legs are still shaking. So we have 4 minutes left of the stream. So, and I am too frantic to start a new sprint. But yeah, I will be back tomorrow with the 2 dogs again, and hopefully, actually, I think they were pretty good today. They were. Caspian says, doggos, adding epinephrine spikes to your daily life since forever. Yes, but they also give us lots of dopamine, I think it is. No, maybe it is... Gosh, what is the love one? I think it is dopamine. Yeah. So after this, I am going to I think I'm going to continue maybe working on my story consult. So I've got a friend coming over who needs some help with a project she's working on. I've got to make lunch. And yeah, and I will be back same time tomorrow, also sadly without Jamie, but oxytocin, that's the one. Yeah, you got lots of oxytocin happening here. What was I going on? Yeah, we are Jamie-less this entire weekend because they're hanging out in Wellington with their family, which is awesome for them. sad for us. But yeah, it's been absolutely brilliant having your company today. Yeah, I would otherwise have been outnumbered by two mad dogs, so it's really especially good to have some human companionship as I work. And yeah, there is a link in the YouTube description to the master spreadsheet of all of the author tubers who host streams. So if you still need some company as you work, go take a look. I'm sure there will be somebody else. My brain is just scrambled. Apparently, running after wayward dogs does not aid my concentration. So I might say goodbye. Thank you again, and hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. And if not, enjoy the rest of your Easter weekend. Have an absolutely amazing time, and we'll be here next weekend. So yeah, happy writing, and we'll see you soon. Bye.